here with a new video, something completely different to what you've seen from me before. Today we're actually going to be talking about natural hair, and for some of you that may have followed me in the past in my other social media stuff, I've actually done a blog post on what I learnt or what I wish I had known before going natural, all that there on my Medium, so you can check it out at the bottom over there if you want to, in the description box. But enough about that. Today we're going to get down to nitty gritty, because I get asked these questions a lot actually, and some of the times, most of the time, I don't have the answers, but what I've done today is done the research for you guys, so that you don't have to go and do it yourself, because sometimes that just gets boring. So I've made a list on this device of mine on my phone, and we're just gonna get straight to it. So the first thing that I hear all the time, and I get tired of it because it is not true. The first question is, or first thing people say a lot is, my hair doesn't grow. That's a lie. Everybody's hair grows, okay? For my girls that have been relaxed or are relaxed, when we get new growth, that new growth you get is the hair that's growing straight from your scalp. So that is hair growing. You know, if you're alive, your hair is growing all the time. So the myth that your hair doesn't grow is completely that. It's a myth. Your hair does grow. But the problem that a lot of people get with growing their hair out long is that the hair is really growing, well, growing at a good pace, but your hair is breaking off faster or at the same amount that your hair is growing, and that can get so frustrating because then you're always at the same length. A lot of the time, some of us girls, we want inches. I want my hair to be, sometimes we want to be the black Rapunzel, you know, sometimes we do want that, but you know, it takes time, and you know, learning some new things and learning about your natural hair, that's going to get you to have the length that you want. One of the things that I don't, well, sometimes I do actually, but what I've learned from, you know, science and do my research for you guys so that you don't have to, is that sometimes it's good to massage your hair so that you can like get the blood to flow through your scalp, and that also promotes hair growth, because when the oil penetrates your scalp and you're massaging, the blood just flows through and then the hair gets all like, I don't know how it works, it's a little bit of science, a little bit of God, but it allows your hair to stimulates your scalp, and allows your hair to grow more because you're producing more oils, and so it's like more moisturized. I don't know how I was all getting in there, like I've got my braids, there's nowhere my hair is, you know. Anyway, another thing I like to do to preserve my hair length is to wear my headscarf. I'm gonna get mine for you. So I actually have two, and they're both the same. These, when I tell you these, when I got a headscarf, yeah, that was silk, or it could be fake silk, I don't know, but it's on eBay, so I'll put it down in the description box. But this thing, I don't know if you guys can tell, but like, it's just amazing. Look at that. Let it flow. Let it flow. I used to have a headscarf that I used, well, I made a headscarf back in the days, and it was out of tights. I know some people still do that, but if you're trying to get your hair to grow, that's not the answer. If you're trying to maintain that length, tights are not the answer. What you need is a material that when you rub against it, there's no friction. Like when your hair cuticles are rubbing on this, it's not breaking. That makes sense. When you're using cotton, it's like rubbing on it, so then it starts to get weak at certain points and certain strands, and then it breaks off. That's what we're trying to avoid. So say no to headscarves that are tights. 2018, we're going in with the silk babies. Okay. Another thing to help promote hair growth that I've heard a bit about, vitamins. A lot of us black people, we're actually deficient in a lot of things because we don't really get that vitamin D coming from the sun to you know give us all the nutrients that we need. You can take like vitamin D, that's good for your body, but for your hair, cod liver oil is actually said to be pretty good, and it helps other vitamins as well. I know people do hair affinity, but I heard it turns your pea green. I don't know, up to you if you want to do it. But it does help promote hair growth, and that's something that you could try if you did want to. Another thing, genetics, and a lot of the time genetics play a big part. Some people you see growing hair like, I don't know, one day you see them, their hair is here, the next day you see them, their hair is touching their toes. it's because of genetics. A lot of the time people can just grow hair naturally really fast. Some people got it, some people don't, but that doesn't mean that you can't get your hair down your back just because genetically your hair grows slower. It might take you slightly longer, it might take you, I don't know, 2 years, or someone it might take them 1.5 years, but either way you're gonna get there if you just make sure you take care of your hair and do everything that you need to do properly. Hair type. Hey, this thing in the natural hair community. Everyone talks about it every day. What's your hair type? Oh no, she's got this hair type. No, she got that hair type. It doesn't matter what hair type you have when it comes to growing your hair fast. You can grow your hair fast with a 2A, you can grow your hair fast with a 4C, 4Z, whatever. Your hair can still grow. It just might have different levels of shrinkage or different levels, like you might not be able to see it as fast, but it's still there. When people ask me, what's your hair type? I don't know if I hate the question or if I like it. I don't know, because when if I'm gonna be honest, when I first went natural, or was going natural, was transitioning, I was like, the reason I wanted to do it was to see my hair type. I thought when I was first going, I'd be like a 4Z or a 4C, and I was excited just to see that, just to see how my natural hair was, because when I was younger, I didn't get to experience my natural hair because I asked my mum to put relaxer in it when I was really young. I went natural to see my hair type, which is like, looking back at it now, it's so silly, but I'm very happy and very blessed with the hair type that I've got. I'm very happy with it. I wouldn't even say I'm 4A, 4B, 4C, 4 whatever. I'm a mixture of, I would say most of them. I'm 4A, 4B and 4C. I've got a lot of hair types in my hair, and I'm happiest with my kinkiest bits and my loosest bits. When it comes to being natural, you have to just be happy with what you've got, because that's literally how God made you. That is your natural self. Be happy with it and learn how to work with it, and you can actually grow your hair as long as you want, as short as you want. You can just do what you want, you know what I mean? Okay, another one, hair porosity. Okay, this is what annoys me as well, actually. Let me just put this out there. If you're natural, don't put yourself in the box at all. What might work for Sandra won't work for Susie, okay? It's not gonna work for every single person. Now this is something that does matter. Well, I personally do think so. Hair porosity comes in the level of high porosity, medium porosity and low porosity. Personally, I am of low porosity, okay? And low porosity usually means that your hair cuticles, like let's just say you had a strand of hair, your hair cuticles lay flat, so when your hair is trying to get like the moisture and the oils in, it's really hard to get into it because it's like it's shut, it's closed. It's really hard for your hair to gain moisture and, you know, keep the oils, get the oils in the first place. Whereas high porosity is where your cuticles are like lifted, so it's so easy for you to get moisture in, but the same way it's easy for you to get moisture in, it's as easy for the moisture to just leave. So you have to kind of manage your hair differently, and it's really good to know your hair porosity, because then you get to know about like what products you should be using, how you should be doing it, and all the different things like that. But I did the strand test. That's a test that you do to test if your hair is high porosity or low porosity. So you get a strand of your hair from a brush or something, leave it in water for 2 to 4 minutes, and if your hair floats, it means your hair is of low porosity. If your hair sinks, it means high porosity. I did mine, and mine was, if I remember correctly, it just floated. If your hair goes in the middle, it's medium porosity, and you kind of have the best of both worlds. Your hair doesn't, you're good basically, you're really good. But what annoys me is I'm low porosity, so I was like protein sensitive, so that's like protein treatments, so just like those harsh treatments, more aggressive, and they like help to rebuild your hair. So when you see something that says rebuild or strengthen, that's usually protein treatments. That's what they do. When I first started, my hair hated those. I was like, yep, no, I'm low porosity, I don't do no protein. No, you need a balance with natural hair. You can't do all of this and none of that. Sometimes your hair might want this, sometimes your hair might want that. It's like raising a child, if that makes sense. It's really temperamental. One time your hair might want to be really moisturized. If you see it's dry and it's flaking and it's breaking, it means your hair is you know, needs that moisture. Other times, even if you're low porosity, you might need the protein treatments. It all depends on what you need at the time. But for the most part, if you're going to follow one, most of the time, high porosity love thick butters, things that are thick that are going to kind of close up those cuticles so that it can stay moisturized for a longer time. Whereas low porosity usually like the light creams, light oils and things to seal their hair, so it's easier for it to penetrate through the tiny little cracks, whatever you want to call them, little cuticles. Does that make sense? Okay, good. I hope I'm making sense. Transitioning or big chop. And again, I don't know, people are going to be annoyed at me. I'm just going to say again, do what you want. Do what you want. If you want to stay relaxed, stay relaxed. If you want to be natural, if you want to go bold, do the bold. I love a good short cut. I think they're so nice. Go bold if you want to go bold. Transition if you want to transition. What I did was I transitioned. I even remember the dates. Okay, so I got my last fleeky silky relaxer on the 30th of May 2015 when I was going to my 6th form graduation. So I thought I was all cute. I remember that day because I was like, oh my gosh, this might be my last relaxer. And I took a picture. I don't know where it is, but I took a picture and I remember the date on the picture. And that's why I remember the day. So that was my last, 30th of May 2018 was my last relaxer. I transitioned for 2 years, actually 23 months. So I was like a month shy, and then I cut my hair off myself. I remember I was in, I went to do it before my housemate Shade. She's funny. We were there together and I was gonna do it and I screamed. If I could insert the clip, I will. I screamed and I like so dramatic. I couldn't do it. And then I came home back to London, and then I was like, you know what? I've got a month, but I don't care. Let me just try a little bit. And I kept on trying a little bit, and then did a little bit, and I just cut it, and I was just like, I'm natural. It's so crazy. I cut in. I was so excited, and I just remember I went outside and I put my hair like a low pony, and I was just like, yeah. I was like, yeah, I'm natural now. And you know what the funny thing is? Years before that, I said, my sister was like to me, are you gonna go natural? And I was like, yeah, but I'll probably do that when I'm like, you know, 50 or something, like when I feel ready to do it. But then I started seeing my hair relax and it was growing longer and longer, and I was like, no, hold on, if my hair gets down to my bum, it's gonna be hard for me to ever cut this off. So I was like, you know what, let me just transition, go natural now, so later on it's not as hard for me. But to be honest, the journey is different for everyone. If you want to transition and cut off gradually as I did, what I did is I gradually cut off my ends and always just put my hair away, gradually cut off the ends, put them away, blah blah blah, and then it's just, you know, went from there. I did it from there, which I really liked. I enjoyed my transitioning stage, even though a lot of people don't. I did, mainly because I just did buns, that I still do now. I just do buns, like I'm just a bun girl. If you see me, I'm mostly going to be in a bun. But yeah, transitional big chop. I know people that have gone stuck, they've gone bald, they've gone baby back bald, and it looks great. You can put on a wig, you can do your braids, you can do whatever you want to get the hair that you want. No one can tell you anything, it's your hair, you know. Do you know, people can give you advice, I can give you advice, I can tell you what I did, but in the end it's you, it's your hair. If you want to do it how you want to do it, go ahead, do your thing, you know, it's great. Now this one's a long one, okay. As I said before, my favourite thing to do to keep my hair moisturised is my silk scarf. This baby is my baby, okay? If you want to keep your edges, if you want to keep your hair looking nice and shiny, this is what you need. Moisturising and sealing. So what I like to do is something called the LCO method. People use the LOC, some people use the CLO, whichever way your hair likes is probably the best. So LCO stands for liquid, cream, oil. So the liquid I like to use is my spray bottle. A little bit, and it does the job. It gets the hair nice and damp, makes it really easy to manage. This was old, I think it was a heat protectant, and I just pulled it out I kept the bottle. My favourite cream to use is actually this one. I started using this one when I first went natural. It is Shea Moisture, and it is the Jamaican Black Castor Oil leave-in conditioner with shea butter in it. I go in and seal with my Lover Naturals oil. This, I love it so much. So this is like a sweet sort of, oh gosh, it smells so nice. Got some lemon in there because I can smell it and it smells so good and I love it. If I don't seal my hair with this, I'm sealing my hair in with some shea butter, which I usually like in the winter months because my hair gets really dry during that time. But each for their own. Some people might not like the LCO method at all. I like to do this. I don't do it as often as I should, like it's really bad, but I do it once a week, or I try to do it once a week. Do it as often as you think you need it. If your hair feels like it's dry, even after you've done it for like 2 days, do it every 2 days, do it every 3 days, do it as often as you need to. And that actually leads me on to my next point. Keep your hair in protective styles. And when I say protective styles, I mean something that's not going to snatch your edges out, okay? No edge snatching in 2018. We're grown now. Get yourself a protective hairstyle where you don't have to be doing your hair 24/7. With this, I'm actually going to keep it in for a month. It's so much easier, especially if you're going to work, if you've got school, college, uni, and you just want to wake up and go. This is one of my favourite hairstyles. It's so simple. It's very like back to your roots. It's just, I don't know, I've been doing this for many years now, and I always find that the less things that I'm doing to my hair, the better it grows. Because if you're always combing through it and you're always tugging it and you're always doing something to it, it's going to break. The same way if you're pulling on a piece of thread every single day, yanking on it every single day, it's going to snap one day. My top tip, if you're not going to take anything from today, top tip is leave your hair alone after you keep moisturised. But leave your hair alone. That's one of my favourite tips. Make sure you're not always up in your hair. This is one of my top tips. Growing your hair, just leave it alone. You don't want to be straightening it every day. Next day you're doing braid up, next day you're doing twister, next day you're doing half up, half down. It's enough. Tuck your ends away, put them in a nice bun. So keep your ends up, nice tucked away, and it helps to keep them moisturised as well, because your ends are the oldest part of your hair and they're going to need the most love. More love than your scalp's going to need. Your ends are going to need the most because they've been riding out with you for a very long time. So in order to see the length, you need to take care of your ends. One of the things when I first went natural that actually helped me, and this is not sponsored, but if you guys want to hit a girl up, just feel free. I actually joined a subscription which is Treasure Trust, and I want to tell you, it helped me. And the reason I went for a Treasure Trust box was because it was actually, I think, the only one at the time when I first was going natural that kind of did what I needed to do. I was new natural. I had no idea what hair products I wanted to use, what I needed to use, when I needed to use them. I kind of just wanted to try all the hair products out there that all the YouTubers are using without having to everyday go, spend like what, £15 on a bottle. Like, you know, it gets really expensive. So I got myself a Treasure Trust box, and it was exciting because it felt like Christmas every single time it came to the door. I forgot I got my first one. I think the first one I got was the June box, so it was this time last year, and it was, I had, I think, the curls, blueberry bliss, and I got to try all these different things, and it really helps me understand my natural hair and what my hair liked. The subscription, this sounds so sponsored but it's not, but the subscription was £20, and then I paid a bit for delivery on top, and I would get full products, like a box full of products for £20, and I know one of them was at least £13 or £12.99, and I was getting the whole thing for £20. So I was excited, and that really did a lot for me when I was first going natural. I found my favourite product, you know the oil that I've been talking about. And the lady that makes it she's local. She's in Tooting, I think. When I ordered from them, I ordered from them again, and it's just amazing. I really liked it, and it's something that what I like to do is, you know, support black businesses and small black businesses. And when I tell you that these guys are so nice, they hold like nice events and they do really nice things for their subscribers. And the amount of things that I was getting in these boxes, guys, products, like I have so many things to choose from, and I got to know really well what my hair liked and what it didn't. I got to learn more about my hair, and what I really liked is that, well, not even just me, my family, no one's bought hair products for about a year now because of me. They just steal all of my stuff. You get your money's worth. Like, you really get your money's worth. So if you do want to try something, not sponsored again, they don't have an affiliate link, I have no ties to them. Treasure Tress is a good place to start. If you want to learn more about natural hair and you don't know which products to go for, a subscription box is definitely a great place to start. I hope you guys really learned something from that. And I hope I wasn't blabbering too much. But if you guys have any questions about growing natural hair, something that I might have missed out, feel free to message me on my socials, message me in the comments, because that means a lot. And thank you so much, guys. If you've made it till this, you know, to the end, you guys, you're a real one. Because I know I've been talking a lot today. But I do hope you enjoyed the video, and I hope to see you in the next one. So, bye bye.